Hello everyone and welcome to Development Diary number 4 for the 18th of June 2018. This one's pretty short and quick, so I'm just kind of going to go over it, and I honestly really only have about one thought on it. Maybe something else will pop into my head, but we'll just go over it for now. Hello everyone and welcome to the 4th Development Diary for Imperator. This time we'll take a look at the different types of units an army can have in the game. First of all, we have archers. These units can assault. They prefer to fight from the second row and can be built by anyone. They're good against infantry, but weaker against cavalry, and they're cheap and fast to build. Camels. These units prefer to fight in the flanks and require the camel trade good to be built. They're quick to build and move quickly, and strong versus lightly armored types. Cavalry. These units prefer to fight on the flanks and require horse trade goods to be built. They're more expensive to build and move quickly, countered by heavy infantry and war elephants, but are very good against everything else. Chariots. These units can be built if you have the Celtic or Marian traditions. I think that's how you say that. They're rather cheap to build. They're very good against light infantry, but weaker against other units. Heavy infantry. These units can assault. They require the iron trade good to be built. They're not cheap, but are really good against cavalry, light infantry, and chariots. Horse archers. These units prefer to fight from the second row and require the steppe horse trade good to be built. They cost similarly to cavalry and are deadly to slower moving units. Light cavalry. These units prefer to fight on the flanks and require the horse trade good to be built. They're not very expensive to build and move very quickly, weak against most units but strong against archers and light infantry. Light infantry. These units can assault, can be built by everyone. They're cheap and quick to build but weak against every other unit type. And finally we have war elephants. This unit requires the elephant trade good to be built. They are very expensive to build, but are very good against units that cannot quickly run away. And then they also go into note about how modders can pretty much interact with all units. They can create their own, and they show an example of a unit here. It's, I'm not extremely familiar with Lua and, the ways that you can modify PDX games, but it looks similar to a dictionary to me. I mean, it's hard to say exactly what this is because, again, I don't know those languages very well, but it seems simple enough. Anybody that's familiar with JSON or dictionaries or, anything like that should pretty quickly pick up how this works. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, really, the only thing that I picked up on was, well, I mean, there are certain units can assault and some can't, but we kind of figure there's going to be something like that. What I thought was interesting was that it says here, mostly for the cavalry and stuff, that they move quickly, which makes me wonder if you had a pure army, whether or not it would move across the map faster, similar to how, in Hearts of Iron you have armored units and stuff like that that can break through and encircle and track down armies. But I don't know, we're gonna have to see how it turns out because there's not enough in here to say for sure. But I thought that was a neat little thing, if that's going to be true, because then you might want to have, smaller cavalry or chariots or something running around just to track down an army, pin them down, and then bring in your proper units to take care of that later. Either way, I like all of the icons and all of that stuff. Everything looks good, and yeah, that's about it. So I guess this one's real short. Hopefully I'll have another video or something going on later this week or something, because there hasn't been a ton of news or anything going on yet. But yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to, do all the things, and see you all later.